Guys, before we get started, I actually want to talk about something pretty important. It's not anything to do about music, and instead what's going on with like the Canadian government and just content creation YouTubers. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what's going on, but you know, there's a lot of YouTubers that are speaking out against this new bill that's being passed in the Canadian government, and essentially what it's doing is censoring and regulating a lot of, you know, the digital media, and it's going to be affecting what I do big time. And like even YouTubers are saying, like, if this bill actually passes through, they're contemplating on just moving outside of the country because it's that bad. What they want to do is regulate what Canadians see, pretty much, and what Canadian content creators do. So like they want to put their own legacy media and prioritize that over, like, you know, the stuff that's online, because like, let's face it, legacy media is kind of dying. They want to make sure that Canadian content gets pushed out further and not the international stuff. Yeah, like a lot of us like are not going to be fed into algorithms to our international audiences. Most of my audience is like from the US, from, you know, Europe and stuff. Only 4% of my audience is from Canada, so that means 96% of my viewers I won't be able to get fed into their algorithm as much. You know, I'm going to be putting this up for YouTube, so it's not just talking to you guys on live stream. So for people who just find this video on YouTube, like, I'm a music reviewer and reactor, and because of that I check out international music. If I'm checking out international music and it's just getting fed to a Canadian audience, like, that also doesn't look good too. There's just a lot of things going on, and it's pretty much just like a job killer. But yeah, so a lot of like Canadian YouTubers are speaking out.
But with this shit, apparently with Bill C-11, they would be able to go in and make sure that stuff that's not Canadian gets suppressed. If it's not Canadian enough and doesn't meet the requirements, you literally will not even be able to get it, dude. So
this is essentially a bunch of amendments to the Canadian Broadcasting Act that would put digital media platforms like YouTube under the authority of Canada's federal media regulators.
Do we really want censorship to become the norm? It's already bad enough in other platforms.
And there's a little notification right at the top of my YouTube studio that says Canada's Online Streaming Act, Bill C-11, could affect your ability to reach your audience and earning potential as a YouTube creator. My heart sunk in that moment because I know exactly what Bill C-11 is.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Canadian Bill C-11 sucks a lot of ass.
Make sure that this bill doesn't actually go through, because like, it doesn't just affect content creators, it affects everyone in Canada too, because like it's not just YouTube. That's another thing I need to mention. It's not just YouTube. It's like TikTok, any kind of social media platform. Also, it's going to be affecting like Netflix and Amazon. So when us Canadians watch Netflix, we're going to be watching French Canadian stuff, and not like you know, not like the stuff that we've been watching like on the free media platform, right? Anyway, this is like actually a serious thing where YouTube actually has been emailing content creators. Like YouTube itself has been emailing content creators like, hey, we need to spread awareness about this bill that's happening in Canada that is pretty much going to regulate a lot of the content that's being seen and shown. A little thing that I can do is that there's like this little like email automatic template that gets filled out, and it gets sent to your local MP. So this could be just for, you know, Canadians who are listening, but you know, for anyone that's international, maybe you can, like, if you really do want to help out and support your Canadian content creators, you can actually, like, you know, put postal code from Vancouver or Toronto, I maybe, or something. But I'm going to put the link in the description of the YouTube video, but for Twitch chat, I'm going to put it here. If this, like I said, if this actually goes through, it's not going to be like, you know, like night and day kind of switch where it automatically, like, the stuff that we do won't be getting shown to international audience, but it might take years for it to happen. But eventually, yeah, like I said, like, this is going to be a job killer. People actually, like myself, rather move outside the country where we can actually, you know, the internet is much more free and international. But yeah, so something to keep in mind, but there's a link to an automatic email that gets sent out to local MPs. If you're Canadian, that'd be really cool if you kind of fill that out. It's super easy. It automatically does it. All you have to do is put in your name and postal code. Not going to get sidetracked too much. I just want to have my little voice on this opinion.